Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Prison Architect. Alright, I've still got loads and loads of stuff coming in here, and it's pretty slow coming in. I got a prisoner bus right there that is taking its sweet time to... Oh no, that one's just on its way. They may have already come out. There's another prisoner bus up there. So I don't know what those are, whether they're just waiting to pick somebody up or waiting to bring people in. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just see there. That's new prisoners coming in. Being taken off to the prison. They're turning up. They're a little bit late. They're having to queue up for quite a while in order to be able to get in. 181. Very close. I mean, we're slowly getting more and more things being ordered here. And right now, I got 26 prisoners arriving very shortly. And I'm going to just let it flow for a minute. See if we can actually achieve 200 prisoners before the morning. What is it? Oh, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. That's highly unlikely, I would say. 6. It's 8 o'clock that they turn up. So we've got 31 prisoners turning up. 31. I got half an hour. It's still only 31. Okay, we're going to have to wait till tomorrow before we get any more. So there's another 31 prisoners turning up. Right there. We should go all the way up to 188 prisoners if we got all of them. It's now going up. We've got a capacity of 192. Here's all the new prisoners coming in. And now we're finally sort of getting through some of this stuff. Like clearing out some of this stuff. I think we're going to need more room for deliveries and everything. But yes, raise your prisoner capacity to 200. We're on 193. Here they come. The last of them right here. Just the last few little bits. They are taking their time, though, aren't they? They really are taking a long time to actually get everything done. There's another cell done. I just seen, well, there's a few more, so 190, 197. Are we going to actually do this? Are we actually going to get all 200 before the before our next day? We're on 197. So I've got 13 more prisoners coming. I'd like to actually have 200 prisoners in here. I don't just want the capacity to be raised. I'd like to actually get all 200 prisoners in the prison. And I am pretty close to it. It's still on 100. 200! Right, I just got my 20 grand. 20 grand come in just then. I've still got a few more cells here, but I've got 19 more prisoners arriving first thing in the morning. 20 prisoners now, so we've just about finished this bit in here. They've got a few extra bits of wall to do, and there is only those 6 down there. It's middle of the night at the moment, so there's no reason why they won't get all 6 cells done. There's only 5 left to do. He's so close. 4 left to do. Just realised that. 24 prisoners coming in, and I've got like 5 hours still on the clock up there in order to be able to do it. There's another one, and in comes the beds and the desks and the drains and everything else just to finish that off. And there's 2, and we're done. Right, we've got all of them. 210 prisoners in my prison, or there will be in a couple of hours' time. And look at this. We're actually clearing a bit of space here as well. This is wonderful news. Like, everything's actually clearing out. Is whether or not I can actually feed all of the prisoners. 1 prisoner due for release. 43 prisoners up for parole. In they all come. Processed through. And I've got 210 prisoners in my prison. 210. And I got 70 guards. So I've actually got 1 guard per 3 prisoners. Which is a ratio that people have told me previously is what I should actually have in here. I'm quite happy with that. Like, it is an enormous, great big prison. Like, especially if you take into account how far down we've gone here. So we could cram the prisoners in a lot tighter than that. I know that. I definitely could. I could definitely squeeze them in a lot tighter than that. But I feel that overall we've done pretty good. Now, if I look in the grants, I got the Carpentry Apprenticeship Program. Produced 10 superior beds right there. And cell block E raised prisoner capacity to 500. That is insane. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm going to go here because we'll see what happens next with the little story. Achievement unlocked, throw the book at them. Right. Oh, it's this guy again. Still nothing? How long's that? Oh, I need to click. I was waiting for it to do something. I lost count. No calls, no letters. I'm sorry, Morgan. That's gotta hurt. But you got a chance here. Don't mess up. Oh, we're going into parole. Henry, good luck. Don't try to tell them what you think they want to hear. I have to go. I'm live on air in 1 minute. Is he going to get out? Is it going to work? That guy looks pretty stern. Let's see. Welcome back to the special edition of CNDC News, live with City Mayor Calvin Heller. Joining us now is Dr. Walter Hurst, who has been accused of squandering huge sums of money on prison reform. Dr. Hurst, do you believe you've achieved success? I believe everyone has a potential for improvement, and we must offer them that chance. I can state with absolute conviction that I've seen real improvement in the attitude and hopes of many of those incarcerated here. Incarceration should be a deterrent. It should not be an opportunity for development or change. Punishing and dehumanizing them during their experience only serves to nurture delinquency. Has he been approved or denied? Well, I can't decipher that face. I absolutely cannot decipher that face. What does it mean? Is that a good face or a bad face? Well, it looks like he's on his way. This is Civvy Street. He's not gonna do something stupid though, is he? We provide these men with valuable skills, but more importantly, hope. There he is. He's free. We're helping them to integrate back into society and contribute after they leave. Well, yeah, that's the whole point of it, isn't it? So that they are able to contribute to society instead of taking from it. That's why you have the prisoner reform programs. That's why you give them education and other opportunities they didn't have. Ordinary citizens don't get free training, free education, guaranteed paid work. Depends what country you're in. My country, ordinary citizens do get free training and free education. Well, at least they do when they're younger. When you're older, you do have to pay for it, but there are ways to get grants for it as well. We're neglecting the victims of crime and rewarding the perpetrators. Spending vast sums simply to make these criminals feel good about themselves. Now, what's going to happen? Is this going to be a good thing? Is she moved on or something? If she is, what's going to happen? Is this going to be a good reunion or a bad reunion? I don't know. I'm hopeful. It's a good reunion. We can make a difference, even if we have to do it one individual at a time. And there's the wee one. She looks a bit unsure. You can tell a tomcat 100 times to leave the birds in your backyard alone, but he'll always come back. I disagree. It's in his nature. I'm gonna stop trying to make social commentary on this because opinions are widely divided, and I've already made it clear what I think. So what's next? Do we have another part of the story, or is this where we move to the open sandbox mode? If this is the open sandbox mode, then I am going to attempt a prison with more security in it. So far, it's just nothing. Press escape to continue. Campaign unlocked 5 of 5 cutscenes, 17 of 17. So, it does look like we have reached the end of the campaign bit, and Our next job is literally to try a brand new prison. So that's what I'm going to do. Create new prison. Now, the whole fog of war, you will lose visibility on the insides, visibility of the insides of your prison buildings unless you have guards patrolling the area or CCTV cameras covering the area. This is the first thing I'm wondering about, is whether or not I should have the fog of war. From a gameplay perspective, it's quite a good thing. I like it. But from a viewing sort of perspective, I'm not really sure at all. Small, medium, large. Well, we'll start off with a small prison and we'll grow it. I'll go with small. Right. Snowbound. Generate a starting plot of land that's covered in snow. Clusters of trees will appear on your land. Generate starting plot that resembles a dense jungle. Right, I'm going to take off the fog of war this time. I'm going to have the fog of war off this time, and I'm going to go with a jungle plot. Oh, hang on, no, I want the fog of war off. I don't want that one on. So, the fog of war is going to be removed. Generate forests. Generate lakes. Warning, experimental. Random derelict buildings are left behind on your land, which you can use as you wish. Okay, no, I won't do that. Failure condition. An extra challenge. You'll be sacked, and it will be game over if you let things get too bad. Riots, bankruptcy, too many deaths or escapes, etc. I'm going to take that one out because I'm very inexperienced. The fog of war thing, I'm going to leave that one off this time. But obviously, comment in the comment section. Do you want me to have the fog of war in my next prison? I may not go for maximum security on this one. I may just go for the level below. But we'll see how we go. Gang. Some prisoners will rival gang allegiances and will attack rival gang members on site. Extra challenge. No, I don't want extra challenges. Not yet. Cause events to occur during the game to keep you on your toes. Adds extra challenge. Weather and temperature adds. Changing weather and varying temperatures in your prison requiring you to think about heating. Staff needs. Enable needs to guards, meaning they will require food, rest, and other comforts in order to do their jobs properly. Escape plans enable more escape options for prisoners. They will now attempt to climb over your walls when trying to escape. Okay, I won't have that. Staff needs. I think we could put that in. Warden mode. Play as the warden working on site of the prison you are building. No, I don't want to do that. Warden, the most balanced individual on the planet. He does his job and nothing else. People just call him the Warden. So who is... We can have that dude right there. Looks like the Fat Controller from Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, I see. Ah, right. So he's just called the Warden. The lobbyist has friends in high places and makes sure the more easily controlled prisoners end up coming his way. Halves the likelihood of receiving prisoners who are violent, lethal, volatile, deadly, or fighters. This guy is... he just does his job. Right. Rita is ruthless and terrifying, and has a reputation for running her facilities through judicial application of fear. Rumors of her carrying a whip may be exaggerated. Halves the likelihood of prisoners being stoical or fearless. Prisoners are suppressed twice as quickly. Warden Periwinkle says that he was a sapper in the war. He never says which war, specifically, but he certainly knows everything about digging tunnels. Guard dogs have 50% chance of fully uncovering any tunnels they detect. Pacifier is an unusual talent for being able to calm even the most violent individuals. Even being in the same room as him is enough to make people docile and compliant. Reduces the overall temperature of your prison, making your inmates less likely to cause trouble. Safara Aknova has a spotless reputation and a squeaky clean record, but behind the scenes, shady deals and under-the-table offerings are nothing uncommon for her. Gets a small cut of the resale value of each piece of contraband found. Prisoners found with contraband will be fined directly from their savings. So she basically adds money. He stops people from causing trouble. He will find tunnels. She will suppress people very quickly. He will stop us from receiving dangerous the more dangerous prisoners. This guy just doesn't get any of those bonuses whatsoever. So we can have no bonuses, or we can work with one of these. I'm thinking that I will go for a no bonus. And then we can have a female or a male. I'm going to go with the male-run prison. See, I like this one with the money. I kind of like that. It does feel a bit underhanded, though. And I also like that. But I kind of think that this is... You know, I did say that I don't want any challenge, but I do think that this could be an interesting challenge. What is Mutators? Oh, wow. Modify the way the game plays, adding new challenges or playstyles but aren't necessarily balanced. Extra challenge? Oh, sometimes significantly so. Danger zone. The danger level of your prison is always at maximum. You're far more likely to get prisoners who are violent, and they are much more likely to get into fights. Good gravy. Prisoners who take drugs or alcohol randomly gain a reputation trait, making them progressively more difficult to deal with. Acid rain causes rain and snow to damage any prisoners who are outside. Oh my goodness me. There is a lot of lightening the load. These mutators make your prison easy to manage or reduce difficulty in some way. Super guards. Your guards are the cream of the crop, and they don't screw around. They're bigger, stronger, faster, and more observant. So basically, we've just got super soldiers. All reputations revealed. All prisoners getting off the bus will always have their reputations visible. No violent prisoners, no tunnels. Just going to say okay on that. I'm not going to add any mutators whatsoever. Look at this stuff. Changing the rules, no reputations, fast walking, no pause, slow deliveries, something different. Permanent night, permanent day. Let's not do any of that. Oh. Unlimited funds, pure sandbox mode. Well, that sort of speaks for itself. Start a new game with your entire bureaucracy tree fully of research. Enable tools and cheats. No, I don't want any of that either. So I've got staff needs enabled. I've got generate forests. And I've got a jungle plot. So we're resembling a dense jungle to start with. I've taken off the fog of war. And I'm not going to add anything else. I'm also not going to include failure conditions for this. If I run out of money, then that's a failure condition for me. So let's try it. Let's see what this comes up with. So far, not very much. Time is ticking by. Oh, it's because we're all the way down there. And... Right, well, I've got stuff coming in. We've got a lot of trees right here. I've got deliveries. Right there. Rooms. I got a delivery and I got a garbage. So I want to have an export area as well. If I've got garbage right there and deliveries right there, I would say that deliveries wants to be a little bit bigger. It's going to go out like that by 2 more. And then it's going to go up that way. So I've got a big area for delivery. I've got a small area for garbage, deliveries there, and then I want exports, and that is going to be out this way, and for now it's going to be a 7x8. So we've got that right there. I'm not sure where to start, really. I will start here. Right, you can accept no more than 2 grants at a time. Basic detention center. Wait a minute. Pause. Okay. No more than 2 grants at a time. Use your accountant to raise this limit. We've got Basic Detention Center, Administration Center, Inmate Health and Wellbeing, Staff Wellbeing Initiative. Turn an empty field into a functioning prison. We need a holding cell, a shower, a yard, a kitchen and canteen, hire at least 2 guards and at least 2 cooks. Administration, build 2 offices, hire a warden, unlock finance through bureaucracy, hire an accountant. So we will go with that one and that one to start with. So we've got both of those going first up. Read the CEO's letter. Congratulations on completing your basic induction. You're now a fully qualified prison architect. So you're going to be designing, building, and running your own prison, starting from nothing but an empty plot of land, a few stacks of bricks before you get started. Before you get started, I thought I might share some important lessons with you. Is this the same one that we read before? Not sure. Every prison needs a warden. You should be one of the first hires. Build him a nice office. He'll open up a whole range of advanced facilities via the bureaucracy. Individual jail cells are expensive, especially early on. Save money by starting with a single large holding cell, which can be shared between many prisoners. Get your kitchen and canteen up and running before the first prison show up, and be sure to hire some cooks. Nothing irritates a prisoner more than an empty stomach. Build a prison, and building it as a prison is an expensive undertaking, and you need to become a master of raising large volumes of money through grants and contracts. You can access these grants through reports screen. Okay. Delete that. Get rid of it. That's done. Accept your first grant. I've done that. Prisoner intake. So we want to go first up to intake, and I want to close prison intake for a minute. Now, I'm wanting a maximum security prison. Supermax is the ultimate aim here. Definitely Supermax, but not yet. Now, previously I had the offices sort of in this kind of area. I'd like offices again. We're going to do it slightly different. So we've got a basic office right here. And I can stick with a basic office for a number of the ones that we're going to use. But I'm not going to do that just yet. So the very first thing I'm going to want to do is a building over here. I've got this zone where things come in. So we're going to build a fence that will come out sort of about over to here. Let's do that first a minute. Fence. Now that's where the deliveries go. I'm going to bring that up over to there. So I've got a big area in here that he's able to come in. So I'm just going to start slowly allowing that to actually move. And then that's going to come down here like this to about that point. And then that's going to go over there to that point. Like that. So that's the first bit. They're going to work on that. That's where the fence is going to go all the way through. And then we're going to have to get a gate that's going to go in there. I'm not going to do a quick build yet because I want the warden's office to be the first one that I build. So I'm going to go with a brick building. And the warden's office, I'm going to bring that one in over here. Oh, this is going to be like the main office block. So that's going to be in this bit out here. It's going to be like the main administration area, I think. And now, what I did previously was I had a double-layered fence all the way around the edge of my prison, which is what I'm going to do again. So that's going to go up to there, and that's going to head out that way, like that. Right, so we've got a lot of fence going out. In fact, there is no reason why I can't do this all the way around the outside of the prison right now. So I'll do that. All the way around the outside edge of the prison. Over to there and up to there like that. And I made this so that it was a double-layered fence all the way around the outside of the entire prison. And I left 1, 2, 3. I left a gap of 3 in between it and then put that one out again, which is what I'm going to do here. So that there, go up to there. And then I go 1, 2, 3, and then go to here like this. And I go 1, 2, 3, and I'll go to here like that there. And here like this. And I can move all the way along here, and we're going to keep this double line. 1, 2, 3, and then go over there like that. Put in that bit. I like that there is an undo over there. I hadn't noticed that before. It may have been there already, or it may have been something that's been more recently added. 1, 2, 3, and then up here like this. There, and bring that up. And you go all the way along over here. Now, this is interesting. What shall I do on that bit? I think when I come to expand the prison, the first expansion bit will be down here. So this bit won't really matter too much. For now, though, I'm going to move it up here. I can still do it like this. We'll still have exactly the same distance on it. 1, 2, 3, and then there like that. So that will come in and join. And then 1, 2, 3, and then I can bring that one along there like that. and bring you back up this way. There, so there's a little tiny gap in the middle, but that will all be moved later on. And then bring that out a little bit, and then I can go 1, 2, 3, and there. Okay. And then I've got that bit right there, which will come down, and it will join in on there. So I've now got that going all the way round the outside of the prison, and I now need the main gate coming into the prison, which is going to be here. So that's the main gate right there. I think what I'm going to need to do is speed things along a little bit. So let me get rid of that. And I'm going to go super fast at the moment. Now, I've not got very many workers at all. So let's slow this down again. Go to staff. I've got 8 workmen. I've had, at the moment, almost always, 20 workmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exceeds daily budget. Really? Oh, there's my budget right there. Oh, might be, it might not be. I'm not sure. Okay, I'll get rid of that, and then I'll go along here. So I've now got all of these guys working. They've got a lot of work to do. They've got to bring all of those in, and we've also going to need to get rid of all of these trees out here. This is going to be quite a big thing, is getting rid of all of these palm trees. And that's one of the biggest things that they've got to do. That's one of the most time-consuming things that they're doing here, by the look of it, is removing all of the trees. The rest of it is fairly straightforward, but removing the trees does actually seem to be the one bit that is taking longer than anything else. So maybe I shouldn't have started off by building that. No, I think it's alright. So in here, this is where I'm going to be building my first area. So I'm going to go with foundations, building brick. And it's actually going to go over the fence, and it's going to come out like that. That requires an entrance. Yep. Absolutely it does. That's going to have a staff door on there. Why can't I build a staff door? Oh, the trees are in the way. Okay, I'll put a staff door down there for now. Like that. So I've got a staff door in there. They're going to get rid of everything else. And then we've got to put a wall all the way round. They got a lot of work to do to get rid of this. They got a huge amount of work to do to get rid of this. Bulldoze. What happens if I go here? Get rid of that. Dismantle. Well, I'm assuming that it will have the same thing happening with them as we do with all the rest of it. It's going to take them a while. What are you doing? Okay, I'm not entirely sure what he thinks he's doing. He's being very slow. And I've got tree stumps galore everywhere that are also going to need to be moved. Objects, dismantle object. Yeah, that's what I'm going to need to do. The tree stumps, they don't dismantle. But I can dismantle these out here. Like this. There we go. Dismantle these trees. I think, actually, the best way is probably if I just pave over everything out here. That would most likely be my best option in there. Now, I'm going to go back to walls and doors in there, and I'm going to put a wall right the way around the outside of this office block that I'm building. We're going to need a power supply. Our workforce is getting a little bit tired, so we're going to let them rest up for a minute. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to go and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.